Why do we crave instant gratification? Really, why do we? Ever found yourself scrolling endlessly through social media when you should be working, or reaching for that extra cookie even though you're full? Maybe you tell yourself, I'll just check my phone for a minute, and then, boom, half an hour disappears. Or you promise to watch one episode and suddenly it's midnight. We all experience those moments of wanting things now. But here's the truth. It's not because we're weak or lazy. There's actually a deep biological reason behind it. From social media likes to Amazon one-click orders, we live in a world built for speed, a world that constantly feeds our need for instant rewards. But our brains weren't built for this modern world. They were built for survival, for quick decisions that once meant life or death. So what's the fascinating psychology behind why our brains are wired to crave immediate rewards, how technology slowly hijacked that ancient system, and what it really means for our daily lives? Evolutionary wiring. Thousands of years ago, life was all about immediate survival. Eat when food's available, run when danger appears. The human brain evolved to prioritize quick rewards because back then, waiting could mean losing your chance to survive. Now fast forward to today, that same wiring still exists, but instead of berries or shelter, the rewards are likes, views, and notifications. For example, when our post gets a new like, your brain reacts the same way it would have when your ancestors found food, with a little surge of satisfaction. The dopamine loop. Every time we experience something rewarding, like hearing the ding of a new message, our brain literally releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical. Over time, we start chasing that dopamine hit again and again, even when the reward is meaningless. That's why you can find yourself checking your phone without realizing it. Your brain has learned that tiny actions can bring quick pleasure. For example, think about how refreshing your social feed feels when you're bored. You might not even care what you see, you just want that spark of novelty. That's dopamine training you to seek something new. Modern overstimulation. Today, everything is designed for instant feedback. Fast food, short videos, one-click shopping. We've trained our brains to expect constant stimulation, and patience starts to feel uncomfortable. Think about it. When you grab your phone first thing in the morning, you're not being lazy. You're reaching for comfort. Your brain is just looking for a small moment of pleasure to start the day. It's the same instinct that once told our ancestors, eat that fruit before someone else does. The problem isn't that we crave instant gratification, it's that we live in a world that feeds it nonstop. And unless we slow down enough to notice, it quietly becomes the rhythm of our lives. Emotional escape. Instant gratification often isn't about pleasure, it's about escape. When you're stressed, tired, or uncertain, your brain looks for an easy way to feel better, something fast and predictable. That's why people scroll endlessly, snack when they're not hungry, or binge watch after a long day. For example, after a tough workday, it's easier to open TikTok than to sit in silence or process how you feel. In that moment, your brain is saying, I need a break, not meaning. Social media, the perfect trap. Social media is the ultimate hijacker of our reward system. Every notification, like, or comment gives a tiny, unpredictable hit of dopamine, just like a slot machine. You never know when the next one will come, so your brain keeps checking, hoping for that reward. And because these interactions feel effortless, your brain starts preferring them over slow, meaningful experiences. For example, think about how often people refresh their feeds during conversations or meals. Not because they want to, but because their brain has learned to expect that tiny burst of pleasure. So if you ever feel frustrated that you can't focus like you used to, remember, it's not your fault. Your brain is running ancient software in a world of endless notifications. But by slowing down, being aware, and choosing what really matters, you can retrain your mind to crave things that bring real satisfaction, not just instant pleasure. After all, happipiness isn't found in the quick hits. It's built slowly, one mindful choice at a time.